For this tutorial, I will show you how to set up the ML interface to play with. There are several versions of the interface, so I'll show you one by one. We'll start with a simple Max MSP version, the regular Max. So for this, you need to have this MLart folder, which will contain the Max patch, the controller JavaScript file, and the ML library created by Benjamin Smith. Once you have all these elements, what you're going to do is open Max MSP. So here it is. You can go to open, and then, well, I already have here the folder MLart. So we're just going to open the patch. This is what you will see. This is the most important part. The patch should be recognizing the objects from the library. In case it's not recognizing them, you need to go to options, and go to file preferences, and then you can add a different path to look for those files. So that's the most important part for the installation. You just need to make sure the patch can see the different objects from the library. Also, you can double click the JS controller JavaScript to make sure it can also look up the file for the logic of the patch. So this is basically the patch. There's nothing much you should do. Besides that, you just need to set up your input for the MIDI and your output for the MIDI, and that's it. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to install the patch in Ableton Live using Max for Live. So basically the main difference is that the patch needs to be stored here in the Max for Live folder. We have different folders for different presets here. So there's a Max for Live folder, and the patch is going to be in the Max MIDI effect folder. So the most difficult part is trying to find this folder. Here in my system, if I click here in Show in Finder, it's going to show me the path for this folder, which is rather long. It starts here in Users, then to my personal account. It goes to Music, Ableton, User Library, Presets, MIDI Effects, then Max MIDI Effect, and that's where we store the art delay or any other personal patch for the Max MIDI Effects. So the main thing you need to know is that you need to install the AMXD file here alongside with the controller.js file, because this file needs to be in the same folder as the main patch. So once you have that file or those files in that folder, you will be able to see it here in the browser within Ableton Live. So to set it up, it's actually pretty easy. You just drag this effect to a MIDI channel. Oops. There you go. And I'm going to simulate here an input. You can just choose whatever input you want here using the I/O tab. So I'm going to simulate some notes using a MIDI clip. Just going to create random notes here. Let's delete this. It's supposed to be monophonic. Alright, so if we hit play, it's already trying to categorize the different inputs. So we start the recording process here, and then once we're ready to play back the recording, we just hit play. and you should start sending out MIDI notes. Now obviously you want to have some sort of instrument to hear the results of the processing. So I'm just going to choose something like an organ. And now you're hearing the notes going to the processing and then the processing going to the instrument. Obviously you're not hearing the original recording because this is being used for the patch. If you want to hear the original recording alongside with the process notes, you need to create a different track and then have the original notes coming here and then send those notes as well to the second track with the patch. You need to do that using the I/O tab, and that will depend on your personal configuration and your instruments. So that's basically it.